What's up, Mr. Bible?
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember this one. Weet je wat, Vaticaan? Money is not your friend's friend. Ja.
I can't call it confession, not silent. I was reading the plaques.
Yeah.
Deadly silent, isn't it?
Morning.
Who is that priest there?
That's Cardinal Sean Brady.
That's Sean
Sean Brady.
Brady. Okay,
Yeah.
because before I left, I'm from Canada, and before I left, there was a documentary on, and I only saw half of it.
Yeah.
And they were talking about him. He was not an archbishop, was he? Or a Monsignor? Was he a higher ranking religious?
Well, he is. He's the highest ranking religious in Ireland.
But is he the one that was, is the pedophile? Because I got confused watching
No,
the program.
he
He protected them.
He was protecting them,
Okay,
yes.
gotcha.
And he put children in danger because this guy knew that the guy that was reporting to them about Brendan Smith also gave him 4 names and addresses that Brendan Smith knew of, and they were in danger of Brendan Smith, and that man didn't say anything.
Yeah, well,
Brendan
there's lots
Smith,
of those men
yeah,
in the Catholic Church, though.
went on,
Loads of-
yeah. William Lynch now has been convicted in America in Philadelphia.
Oh, really?
He's awaiting sentencing now.
Now, he's another priest. There's so many of
A
them.
Monsignor,
Sorry,
yeah.
He's a Monsignor. It's just that there was a really nice priest who was after this guy, and he had 2 of victims of some other priest,
Yeah.
and I can't remember that father's name, but he is a wonderful, wonderful man, and he was part of the documentary.
I think
saw part of it.
that guy was part of the Norbertine order that Brendan
going
Smith
after them.
was in,
Yeah.
and he got ousted because he could see what was going on. He was pretty disgusted
Yes.
with it.
Yeah.
So they haven't excommunicated him, but they've ousted him as such.
Yeah, because
But
they
it-
can't censure him.
Yeah.
Like they're censoring so many of
Yeah.
them. I know.
And then there's another guy, Tom Doyle, who was in the church. He's a canon lawyer,
Yeah.
and he's doing an awful lot of damage done to now in the American courts. He's doing really, really good work.
Yeah, good.
You know.
Well, this priest that they showed had 2 females who had been molested
Right.
by, a religious person. I'm sorry I didn't see the
Yeah.
whole thing. You know when you come in
Yeah.
on something and I want to Crow Cathedral?
This is it.
Yeah, I'm going to go in there. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's nice inside. But there's another thing that was happening,
The failed 11.8 million euro Eucharistic Congress.
I mean, what the hell is that all
12
about?
million euros to put all that on. For who?
12 million euros.
Yeah.
That Irish people have paid for. Who's paid for it?
I suppose originally the Irish people did pay for it because last year the government gave these people 100 million euros for being a charity. That's 100 million euros. So 12 million out of that wouldn't be missed.
No, that's a lot of money.
And this is the Irish people, Irish taxpayers, not Roman Catholics as such. Maybe a lot of them are,
Yeah,
but that's where the tax
were.
goes. Yeah, and funding them.
yeah,
They don't lift a finger in this country. Everything is paid for them,
I
and
know. Yeah.
the freedom in this
It's
country.
everywhere though, Like
Oh,
I was
it is.
raised Catholic
Yeah.
myself, but I
Same here.
rejected it a long time ago. Actually, a long time ago. I was a kid, but I've always been, what I'm interested in here, couldn't care less about the religion part
Yeah.
of it. What I'm interested here is the architecture. To be honest with you, these churches are
Yeah.
very beautiful.
Yeah,
So
it-
that's why I like to
It
go
is
in and
capturing.
have
Yeah,
a
we
look.
do, a lot of people do come here for that reason.
Yeah.
Is to go in and have a look at the architecture.
Yeah,
and that, yeah.
I certainly don't.
I think that they should just the whole lot should be just shredded out, all the pews and the altar, and a stage put in there for acoustic music.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, it's when is this? Well, good for you. How are you? Freedom of speech, obviously,
Yeah.
is how you're able to do this. They must be really happy.
They certainly are.
Sometimes more than others.
See, they have a problem with me because they can't buy me, because I don't have any claims against them.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so legally,
Yeah.
I'm quite free to protest here. Yes, and they want these banners moved from the railings, and yes, the Gardaí want me over that side of the road
Yeah.
rather on this side.
Yeah.
So I do get a lot of hassle from them.
You do
know.
from the police,
yeah,
eh?
Intimidation of the
And
highest
the
order.
police are from these people. The both.
Well, it's like that. The Gardaí are like their private police force.
Yeah.
They go and make a complaint, and the cops come up here and they're hassling me.
You know, it's not just here too. We had some protesters protesting at the Chinese, not embassy, but you know, it's only an embassy if it's in Ottawa. Anyway, consulate,
Oh yeah.
and it's right near where I live. And we had this ridiculous mayor who actually ordered it was the people who were protesting against you know, the Falun Gong. I'm not sure
Oh,
if you're
right,
familiar
yeah,
with the
yeah,
Falun Gong, but
yeah.
they've been tortured by the Chinese government
Yeah.
and persecuted because the Chinese don't like any kind of groups growing, right?
Yeah.
Protesting. And you know, we had a mayor, I was furious, who had them removed
Yeah.
from the front of the. Now, whatever happened to freedom of speech? This is Canada too, you know?
Yeah.
And usually we're, you know,
Pretty open.
pretty open.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're back, which we have another mayor. The one was.
We have friends coming.
We friends coming now as well.
Oh, good. Have you? Okay. Well,
right
this will be
behind you.
interesting. Okay. Oh, this is going to be really interesting because I love to deal with the police too. Another of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Right. Well, enjoy the architecture.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. But you don't remember if he is like he's high up, right, Brady? But
Brady,
I thought he's not an archbishop.
No, he's the cardinal.
Cardinal. Okay.
Yeah. Archbishop
Wow,
Dermot
that is
Martin.
high.
Yeah. Archbishop Dermot Martin then is second in command.
Okay.
See, this is where it all gets confusing. We have Cardinal Brady up in Armagh in UK jurisdiction.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like that we can go up there and arrest him because
Yeah.
it's a different jurisdiction. And yet he's the head of all of Ireland.
Right.
And then we have down here Archbishop Dermot Martin, who's
Okay.
over all the bishops in Ireland,
In
second
Ireland,
in
yeah.
command. But he's nothing to do with the north.
Okay.
You know, so they're
But
playing
they're
it off.
diocese, right?
Yeah,
That's
they're
basically
playing
what
it, but
they
they're
are.
also using that jurisdiction to their own advantage as well to stop them being prosecuted.
Okay. Okay.
So,
We're having a little chat up here.
Yeah.
I'm not moving though. I'm going to see what happens. I hope you don't mind.
No,
But
not at all.
I'm going to 70s for nothing. Especially in North America.
well, they haven't come down for me now because if they had, they would have had to receive a complaint, and they haven't received a complaint yet.
Oh, I
But they do know I'm here. So
Yeah.
they're just standing in there like that shouldn't be going on because that's Irish taxpayers' money.
Yeah. I know.
That's in there of the Church of God.
Yeah. And you have just as much right
Yeah.
to be here.
Yeah.
You know? That's the thing.
Well, they've all got something to hide in this country.
Lots of stories, lots of secrets. But you know what? It's like that in so many places. But
Yeah.
I think that's my background as well. And
Yeah.
I find that my family was very secretive. You know, my parents and everything. There's so many,
Yeah, mine were
everything is-
too.
You
Yeah.
know, everything is a big secret. We
Stays in the
hated that.
house.
Yeah.
What's that?
It stays in the house.
Exactly.
Don't take it
Don't
outside.
you take it out and oh
Yeah.
my God, if somebody you probably know better than I do that Christy Moore song and then the mines close shut or something. There's a line that he has in one of his songs,
Close,
and then
yeah.
the mind
Close,
closed,
shut. Yeah.
shuts, or I can't remember exactly the way it goes, but
It sounds good enough.
it is. Well, he's
Yeah.
great. He's great.
Yeah.
Where did they go?
No, they're just up there.
Okay, let me just go have a look in here, and I'll come back down.
They were also using the mental institutions as well to do exactly the same thing.
Were they using
and-
mentally
and-
ill people to?
Experimental?
The way it was in
Yeah.
Ireland, I could bring you to a mental hospital and sign you in. No questions asked.
Jesus.
And once I signed you in,
You'd have
I-
to be related, right, to the person?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
to some degree, I would
Yeah.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I signed you in, I'm the only one that can sign you out.
Okay, I'm getting really scared.
You're all right.
You're scaring me.
But this is what went on in Ireland with children.
Yeah.
They took them out of the industrial schools and put them into the mental institutions, where a lot of them remain to the dying day. What was their crime? The Department of Education said they weren't in school.
God. It's sad.
They made
So
up
sad.
they made up excuses. No guardian. I've seen a court letter where a child at 4 years of age has been sentenced by a judge, and it quite clearly states that he's no guardianship. And on the same letter is his mother's and father's name and address.
Wow. It's shocking.
This is children.
Yeah, I know. I know. It happens all the time. They're just standing there listening, I guess,
Yeah.
or...
There's nothing else better to do now.
I'll see what kind of
Unless I
reception
start
they
roaring my
get.
head off, it's not going to get any better for them.
I'll come back.